EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar. AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between our visitors. The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And that's picked up by the AFC. Will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Here's Brady to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that's picked up by the AFC. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Henry. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking left side, Andrews with it, complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Burrell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
A first down carry for Henry. And they work this near the 5. Will be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Mostert going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Tried to give it to the first man through on 3rd and goal, denied.
Yeah, how about how they sold out on that play? Just decided, we know what you're going to do. You're going to bring it at us in a running game. And they had everyone tracking the football. Didn't let him through.
And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And the NFC is going to get the football back. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady going to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down up past the 15. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that would be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll go as a pickup at 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. First down carry by Jones. And some space here. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Derailing that play from the start was Christian Harris. He got back there and stuck him for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Brady now to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The gain knocks this one through.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through this time in the program.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. On the move past the 40. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Down to about the 37.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He dumps it off for Henry. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage trying to pick up 1st downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The NFC takes over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Brady. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down and 5. Brady to throw again. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front in a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there and second and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Jones will take this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Herbert off of play action. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In motion right is Brown. Henry up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The slot man in motion right. After the penalty, it's Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On third down, Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the AFC able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now Brady. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
Plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
From the 31, Herbert. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming. And
rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Harris gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
36 yards on the play.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He'll find Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And it's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. To throw is Brady. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Brady now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Brady going to look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing, Herbert. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Herbert. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Herbert to throw. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We've got a plane to catch.
Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll go again to Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Brady. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Christian Harris. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Herbert. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up. But I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So, Charles, final thoughts on this